fine. I just thought I'm gonna have a piece of paper and something, but if you're gonna say quite,
start with Liam.
Yep. Derek, I wonder if it would be okay just to ask you about Marvin Neal, who's obviously in hospital. Celtic say, I'd imagine you got to know him quite well last season with the title run, and I presume your thoughts of him right now.
Yeah. Excuse me, we need translation, okay? So we need the...
Yeah. So, on się pytał, jeśli chodzi o piłkarza, bo jest w szpitalu.
Okay, so yeah, obviously en route from the airport, was informed that Martin had obviously had a small procedure done. Obviously, don't know much more than that, but you know, obviously it goes without saying that it's not the best of news, and hopefully Martin's okay for him and his family, and I'm sure he'll be back to work if he can as soon as possible.
Martin miał zabieg dzisiaj i jeszcze nie wiedzą, on jak ten pan był na lotnisku, się dowiedział i ma nadzieję, że wszystko będzie w porządku i wróci.
Okay, Derek, on to other matters, and obviously another new man in the building today. Can you tell us about Daisuke Yokota, what will he bring to the squad?
On się pyta, co przyniesie do sportu ten dzisiejszy mecz.
Daisuke, we hope, will help fill a void in a key position that we currently really need at the club. You know, we feel as if we would like to have a couple of wingers, but getting Daisuke in ahead of this game was very important to us. Left-footed player, plays from the right, very industrious, very energetic, brings good quality from that side and brings us a bit of balance, which was a key thing. So delighted that we've managed to get that one done so quickly, and a lot of praise to the recruitment team in making sure we got that over the line.
Is he available for the game?
He is, yeah.
Okay. Oni się pytali o jednego z piłkarzy, czy będzie dostępny, tak? I będą chcieli dużo skrzydłowych użyć. I mają nadzieję, że będzie entuzjastycznie. I wszystko pójdzie dobrze.
On Mekania, is he available as well for the match, and how big a blow was it, the Met injury?
Pyta się o jednego z Mekanie, tak? Czy będzie grał dzisiaj, jutro mecz.
Yeah, so obviously Macania is available as well. He flew out this morning on his own because he had to be in London to get rubber stamped the visa, but the club's done some brilliant work to make sure that process all went through quite smoothly. So great that he's available, because it does ease the pressure a wee bit. We'd just be getting a defender available for us, and obviously Ben's injury was far from ideal for the boy, but hopefully 3 or 4 week injury. He'll be back in no time, but great to have Macania with us yet.
Macania dzisiaj dopiero rano wyleciał z Londynu, bo musiał mieć wizę, więc temu dzisiaj przyleciał. Okay.
Derek, reports this evening that the club had a bid submitted for Drake at PSV. Can you tell us about him? Is that the sort of level of signing that excites you, that you can potentially take the sort of level that you're looking for?
Okay, I didn't get that, I'm sorry.
Drake from PSV, they've put a bid in.
Chodzi o zawodnika z PSV, którego chce kupić Glasgow Rangers.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't hear him. He's so slow, like so quietly.
So we're currently looking at several wide players. So these talks and conversations are ongoing. So obviously don't really want to be too specific on any one player, but you know, a few reports recently have been accurate, and we're keen to just bring the best we can. You know, obviously the owner is Andrew has been really supportive. We want to try and be as ambitious as we can in certain areas of the pitch. We want to make sure we try and bring as good a quality as we can. So we just need to see how this all lands for us with several targets. Obviously we're not going to sign everyone we go for, but you know, if we do get a bid accepted for any of the ones that's been mentioned and a couple that haven't been mentioned, then I'll be obviously the first to know about that, and we'd be delighted to get these players in as soon as possible.
Rozmawiają o tym, pytali się, czy jeden z piłkarzy odejdzie do innego klubu i oni pracują nad tym.
Obviously, you've had some concerns over the sort of areas in the team that haven't maybe got the depth you've been hoping for, but going into this game, how confident are you that you've got the bodies, the quality that you're going to need to get through this thing?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough game. There's no two ways about it. JAGIELLONIA are a team who need respect. They just missed out on a Champions League spot. I think the Polish league now having 2 Champions League spots suggests the quality of the Polish league. It's getting stronger. And JAGIELLONIA obviously deserve our full attention. We will have to play well over 2 legs to qualify. So we want to try and put in a strong 90 minutes, obviously tomorrow night, and make sure that going back to Ibrox we've got a very good opportunity, but we're going to have to play well.
Rozmawiają o tym, że jak jutro mecz będzie wyglądać. Powiedzieli, że Jagiellonia jest silnym przeciwnikiem, tak? I przez 80 minut będą jak najsilniej grać.
Derek, you'd have no fears about putting your quota Carla in tomorrow night. It's obviously quite a hostile stadium, but I think these guys are fit and they're ready to go if called upon.
Yeah, I think we need to weigh up everything with that. You know, nothing to do obviously with the atmosphere and stuff like that. That'll be great. You know, players respond to that anyway. It's just making sure we're fair to both lads. But they're here for a reason. They're here to, if called upon, and you know, we're just delighted that we managed to get them both in, because even up till this morning we still weren't sure if both were going to be able to travel and be part of the squad. So great to have them both available, and you know, they're not perfect in the sense that they don't know. Well, Maka's a bit different in that sense, but he's not been around the players, Daisuke, for so long. But good players can deal with that, and obviously both players will be eager to play their part.
Rozmawiali o tym, że jeszcze do dzisiaj nie wiedzieli, że ci 2 zawodników czy przybędą do Polski, czy nie.
What's the situation with Nico asking? Derek has also just returned to the squad. Is he available, and would you have any fears about putting him in, given the limited time he's had training with you and also working with you?
Yeah, Nico's here because we feel he could give us something as well. You know, I'd spoke to Nico when he was on holiday, getting a break from the World Cup. I'd spoke to him over the last couple of days. He's trained really well over the last 3 or 4 sessions. No, he's available, of course he is. You know, there's obviously been a lot of chat about Nico potentially moving, but it's like everything. It's like until a bid's accepted that suits everybody, then he's fit and available for us. And if he plays anything like he's trained the last 3 or 4 days, he's definitely got something to offer us. Just delighted to get a chance to work with such a quality player.
Chodzi o Nicole, bo pytali się, czy będzie grał. To będzie. Okay.
Derek, in a perfect world, new signings would come in, they'd have a bit of settling in period, give them time to adjust. But is that just not the case in the situation now? Or it's a bit of a sink or swim, or do you just let it feel good?
I didn't hear you. You have to answer the question. I'm going to know what to say.
Cool. Yeah, I think sometimes this can happen. You know, big games come upon you really quickly. You know, obviously we started for the real stuff last week. In an ideal world, you would get everything in, because managers naturally are very impatient, and I am as well. But you know, it's been a lot of good work being done. 9 signings, but there's some still specific areas we still want to address. But it's very collaborative. Everybody's working together hard to try and produce the best options, not just an option. And hopefully we get the benefit of being aggressive in the market, but also being patient with the right ones. And by doing so, we've got to make sure we're still winning games of football. So it's not ideal for like Daisuke coming in on the day of the game, day before the game. But sometimes that's just the way it is. Hopefully the squad will look a lot different by the end of the window, and I'm sure it will.
Chodzi o to, że że ten zawodnik dopiero dzisiaj dojechał i oni chcą agresywnie grać i że ma nadzieję, że wszystko dobrze pójdzie dla nich.
Yeah, for Cameron. Hi, Calvin. What's the first few weeks been like for you as a Rangers player? How does it compare to Hearts? Is it different? What's it been like so far?
Yeah, I've absolutely loved it. Obviously, working with the manager before, it's obviously nice to come in with that being familiar and Shanks as well. But yeah, coming into a new club, obviously I've been around Scotland a while now to kind of understand the nature of the club and the size of the club. But you don't realise how big that kind of is until you actually step in foot as a Rangers player. And yeah, like I said, I've absolutely loved it. Been a good first couple of weeks. Now that the real stuff started, I'm just really looking forward to getting stuck in.
Chodzi o to, że ten piłkarz jest nowy i się pytali jego, czy jak mu jest w tym klubie. Tak, powiedział, że jest dobrze. Okay.
So this playing in Europe mean to you? I mean, a lot of games with Hearts, but I just think, you know, as a kid growing up in Australia, if you watch European games and think one day I want to be back there.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember waking up with my little brother and my dad and stuff watching, you know, European games of, you know, the big teams around the world, and you never really think that's going to be you. And been fortunate enough to be, you know, part of Europe a few times now with Hearts, and you know, now to come to Rangers is that more expectation and to really go do well in these competitions, and that's something as a player that you just, you know, you're in a privileged position to have that. And yeah, like I say, these are the nights you really look forward to. I didn't get it last year, so itching to be back. Just coming into a stadium like this is really cool. Really excited to get going, and I know I can speak on behalf of all the boys. Everyone's really raring to go, and these are the special nights that you can create some good memories.
Pytał się, jeśli chodzi o, czy kiedyś myślał, że będzie grał w Europie, więc powiedział, że oglądał z tatą i z bratem, jak był mały, piłkę nożną i nigdy nie pomyślał, że on będzie grał w Europie, w lidze.
See your style of play, just aggressive, cartwheels. You have to think twice about it in Europe, and the referee's different. You make a change of game slightly for European games, or can you think, well,
No, you can't really think like that. I think you know, every player's obviously got their qualities and what they bring to the team, and you know, the gaff will pick a team that he and the coaching staff believe is the best team to kind of go out and win the game, and everyone, like I said, has got their bit to add to the team, whether that's starting, coming off the bench, whatever it is. And you know, I'm no different. I don't think I can really change how I play in certain aspects. Like you said before, I've played a lot in Europe as well. You know, I kind of understand the different sort of ways that things go and stuff like that. But at the same time, I know what I bring, and every time I'm on the pitch, that'll be no different. I'll be giving everything I can to help the team, and like I say, that'll be the same tomorrow night.
Mówi o tym, że co przyniesie, jeśli chodzi o granie, tak, to oni się wszyscy na pewno coś przynoszą do stołu i że cała drużyna będzie robić wszystko, żeby było dobrze.
Możemy pytanie? Chciałem, żeby Państwo pełne zdanie poznamy, dobrze? I have a question to the coach in Polish, okay? Trener Siemieniec mówił nam dzisiaj, że nawet w najlepszej formie Jagiellonia może nie dać sobie rady z Rangersami.
Okay, so the coach of Jagiellonia, Siemienczyk, said that that they may not be able, right, to beat you with their good condition, with their football players. That's what he thinks.
Mówił z dużym szacunkiem o Państwa drużynie i powiedział, że nawet jeżeli jest to moment słabszy, to Jagiellonia może się okazać, nie może sobie nie dać śladu.
Yeah.
Co trener na to?
So with respect to your club, right? Siemienczyk said that it may be the situation that they're not going to manage to play with you. Good ball. What are your reflections to this?
He just said that Jagiellonia, the best version of Jagiellonia, may not be still enough to beat you. He was talking with
Except your
lot of
today
respect.
problems.
and they know your problems, they know the opinions about your game and the criticism, etc. But still, you have a lot of quality and so many good players that it's even the best Jagiellonia may struggle against you.
You understand? Well, that's the coach's opinion. You know, I look at Jagiellonia and feel I see a lot of good, high technical level players, good industry, good togetherness. You know, they were very consistent last season, and as I say, very close to getting a Champions League opportunity. So we are just concentrating on our performance. We know our performance will improve as each game goes past. But for this game, our second competitive game just this season, we know we will have to play at a high level over both games to beat this team. Okay.
Final question. Cammy, can you just tell us about the memories you had of getting up in the other morning? You were saying, is there a game specifically you remember, a big Champions League game, anything like that you can really remember as being the thing that, you know, got your interest in the sport going?
I don't know if there's a game I remember in particular. I just remember me and my little brother, we would always try and get up for the big Champions League finals, semi-finals and stuff. With my dad, they're obviously, you know, the games there throughout the night back home in Australia. So we would always try and get up. Well, when we were younger, it was only if we'd, you know, behaved the night before that Dad would let us get up. But no, they're the nights that you want to be a part of when you're a kid watching on the TV. And, you know, now to be fortunate enough to be at a club like Rangers where you can really compete. I've obviously watched from afar and been so close to, you know, a massive success in Europa League a couple of years ago, and that's, you know, something you're watching, you want to be a part of, and this team's no different now, and we really want to do that.
So I can do one more. Just Nico asking, you've come up against him so many times. If he does, you know, still have a part to play this season, I mean, what would it be for you? How excited is it for you to prospect a line-up alongside him this season? Yeah,
that would be great. Like the gaffer said, the few days that he's been in training's really, you know, lifted the level, I believe, of everyone around him. Played against him so many times, had so many good battles, and, you know, now to be a teammate, with obviously a lot of talk around what's going on at the moment. He's my teammate, he plays for Rangers, and that's been really good, just chatting away with him. Being on the same side as him now is cool, and if we get the opportunity to play together, that would be, you know, great. He's like the gaffer said, he's a great player. Watching him at the World Cup was so good because of how well he done for, you know, a massive country, and the opportunity to play next to him would be great, and something that I think we'd both, you know, really look forward to.
Just for you boys, when I spoke to Nico for the first time, he did say, what a brilliant signing Cammy is. I'd rather have him with me than against me. So whether he was being truthful with that, but I'm sure he was.
To on wolał mieć go przy sobie, niż żeby był po przeciwnej stronie.
Cammy, what's your wee brother's name?
Brendan.
Okay, thank you everyone. Thanks, all the best, please.